Hello, everyone, and welcome back to 4pixels. Coco and Kimi are here with our guest, Lay Fillet from Cacophony of Games and Buttons. We are continuing the letter, where we had a lengthy debate last time, but we decided to go with show the photo to Ash.
And
And
everyone
he,
agrees that Coco's horrible.
Yeah.
yeah,
Truth.
How did
the
you guys
worst
like that
ever.
cliffhanger?
She even has the evil laugh down.
They hang out with us long enough that I'd be surprised otherwise.
What's a flack?
That's like when someone.
Sass.
Yeah.
Okay. Ash will give me a flack for this. He will. I can already hear what he's going to say about this the moment I bring it up. Hell, before he even sees anything, I'll wager. The guy's a skeptic through and through, and it'll take more than my account for him to even consider this. But we have Isabella's account.
Hmm.
But when you've been there, seen something enough to raise the hairs at the back of your neck and leave you wanting to flee or hide, what he thinks is the least of my concerns.
For a second there, I thought he was going to be like, I'm going to show it to Hannah anyway.
I am no hero. That's a title best reserved for someone else. Still, if this helps him change his mind, it's worth a try. Isabella's gone and done the same thing, didn't she? Outside, the sun has yet to rise. I've still got a few hours before dawn. Good enough time to mull over how I'll go about this with him. Plenty of space to check if I'll get the same result if I redo the process again.
Smart man.
The film processor hums back to life at my touch. The light switch gives out a soft click, and darkness embraces the small closet again.
Somehow those urban legends don't sound so silly now.
Sometimes I wish Ash would make himself easier to find. 24 messages, 13 phone calls, and one visit to his flat later, I still have no idea which rock in Luxburn he went off to hide under again.
Jesus.
Does he call him for every lock that he's broken?
Yes.
Yes.
So somehow between the span of one night, this many more locks were broken. 11 more locks.
The guy has his own place, but refuses to stay in it.
I relate.
Has his own phone, but doesn't answer any of his calls or give any indication he's gotten my messages.
It me.
Most of the time, he'll just show up on my front door. Sometimes in the middle of the night, complaining how uncomfortable it is to sleep at the back of his Shirley, his car. As if the old couch in my flat is any better. Nothing new from him, though, but a bit frustrating, really. There's the police present, of course. Then again, he's not there most of the time either, and if that's also true for today, he's likely out on another stakeout. There's nothing much to do for me but to wait if that's the case.
Let's just hope I'm lucky enough today.
While Luxembourg is a relatively peaceful city boasting a low crime rate, its precinct stays abuzz with activity. As soon as I open the glass front doors, murmurs coming from the people waiting in the lobby welcome me. Officers can occasionally be seen shuffling in and out of the rooms, greeting civilians with a casual smile and a polite nod. Some, though, look a little worse for wear, like the receptionist, who looked at me with much disdain the moment I arrived. Thankfully, I won't have to deal with him today. Before I can even step in, Ashton's voice, though low, come from the hallway adjacent to the lobby.
Not even for just 1 minute?
No. The case was dismissed, remember?
You were the one handling that case.
If you want access to those records, you've got to ask Chief. I was taken off it before shit went to hell. Why do you even bother? Even Professor Clark seems to have given up on that.
Well, Never mind, you won't understand.
Right. I know you owe Professor Clark a lot, but the right guy isn't just someone you mess with. They've got the money. Who knows what else gets swept under the rug with them involved?
That takes a special kind of ignorant not to know.
And a smart person to know which boundaries he can't cross. You're a bright guy, you'll figure it out. In any case, I've got to get going. Another missing person case on my hand. Benjamin on the front desk looks like he's about to maul someone after the fourth one yesterday. Murders, people missing, what a time to be alive. Man, I miss the old Luxburn.
You and me both. I'll see you. Gonna go grab some lunch.
He notices me first as soon as he enters the lobby and pauses.
Is that a frickin' rotary phone?
Where?
Where?
Oh,
Left-hand side.
yeah.
Bet your ass.
Oh, what?
Rotary phone?
Those one with like the spinny things.
All right. Wow. Confusion briefly crosses his face until I fish out the phone from my pocket and wave it up. Frowning, he pulls his own mobile out, wordlessly fiddling with it for a few seconds before sighing heavily. There ain't any annoyance in him when he glances up, though. Only mild exasperation and what might be a hint of amusement.
Stop taking pointers from Isabella. This is gonna get old soon.
At least use your phone properly.
It's an alarm clock, a good note-taking device, a halfway decent camera, and maybe a music player too. If I'm being
I
nice.
relate
Wow.
so hard.
Same. Yep,
Wow.
that's all I ever use my phone for too.
Jeez, you guys. I at the very least add texting into that.
Do we count
Eh.
Discord Mobile as texting? In which case, yes.
Yes.
I mean, I use Discord mobile and texting because if I don't, Moon will literally string me up.
I don't even text
Wow.
my own mother. I have to Skype her because she won't respond to my texts.
That's amazing.
What else do I need it for?
I don't know, keeping in contact maybe?
That's for people with friends.
Wow. Self-dragging
Sick
all over the
burns.
place.
Yep.
When he merely shrugs, I know I've struck a chord. He's far from holding a piece of technology in contempt, of course. Ash has always been nothing but practical from the start, and technology is useful.
He just keeps it on silent all the time now after he embarrassed himself with that ringtone.
I
Probably
forgot
got the
about
do not
that.
disturb mode
Probably.
on, too. I bet you it was hips don't lie.
Only when he gets too focused on one thing like a case he's handling, he tends to forget there are other things around him. A little reminder and a nudge in the right direction can get him a long way.
I've got an email on that social media site the girls roped us into joining.
That
Wow.
doesn't make any sense. Also, you've got an account before any of us had one.
Shots fired.
Wow!
For policing purposes? Anyway, why are you here? I thought you have something scheduled today. Or was that yesterday?
That was yesterday. Look, about that, there's something I want you to see.
He stops me with a tap on my shoulder, walks past me straight to the door, and gestures with his head towards the very eared receptionist when I raise an eyebrow in question.
Over lunch. I haven't eaten anything since last night, and Benjamin there doesn't really like loiterers around here.
Wordlessly, I follow after him, but not after sending the poor guy behind the table an apologetic smile. As expected, he takes a seat in the farthest corner of the cafe, a good way from the window, but easily out of view of who comes and goes. Secluded enough not to be disturbed by the lunch hour rush or be overheard by a curious bystander. If I didn't notice his lunch he invited me to, I would automatically assume I got dragged into another stakeout. After years of knowing him, though, they have simply become one of the many habits he has I've gotten used to. Food arrives minutes later.
What? What?
What in the goddamn is that? Are you kidding me?
It's art.
I'm just like, wow, that quiche looks really good. Gee, that pudding right there looks amazing. What the fuck?
Exactly.
What the actual
Granted,
shit?
That latte artist is very talented, but are you fucking kidding me?
That's gotta be like a nod. They can't actually comment on that.
Oh god.
I can't wait to get proven wrong.
A slice of their vegetarian quiche for me. Meanwhile, Ashton has opted for a cup of coffee plus a gracious serving of
You having cake for lunch?
Relatable.
He shrugs and then proceeds to dig in without even a hint of remorse.
Wow. How are you
Frank-
not fat?
Frankly, it's like seeing a child get his Christmas present early.
Don't tell Becca. I'll get an earful. It's just for today.
You should
I'm
listen
sure
to
it's
her,
not.
though. The kind of work you do, you'll need to eat something other than sweets.
He's an anime. He'll be fine.
See you drop dead in front of my apartment again.
I told you, just this once. Have you been hanging out with
There
Becca
it is.
lately? You're beginning to sound like her.
Nah, just for some recipes. But she has the right to worry, you know? It's like she's taking care of two kids. One bitches on sweets while the other on cup noodles. At least Bella knows how to cook.
Hey, I can at least boil something.
Can you really?
He can't. He failed at making a salad.
Wait, that's easy, right? I mean, you just put water in and...
No, don't even think about it. You destroyed your own kitchen once by sticking a pressure cooker on it.
God damn it.
I think my sister is a whole lot
Amazing.
better than you. And this is coming from someone who has no other choice but to eat her cooking for some time.
To be fair, he genuinely appears offended at the last remark. Hate will be too strong of a word to describe how Sis and him usually interact whenever they're in the same room. Though whatever appropriate word it is, I can say with most certainty that the feeling's mutual for both. Ash thinks she nags too much, while Sis thinks he's a trouble magnet I should stay away from. I mean, she's not wrong. They're both technically right on their assessments.
Ha!
How's your sister, by the way? Still bullying white guys?
What should I say?
Listen, white guys need to be bullied.
You're the one who started it.
Oh god. Both are really good options.
Yeah, because like the top one makes it. I mean, well, they both kind of make it seem that like, nah, it's just you. I'm inclined towards the top.
I'm kind of inclined towards it too. And I know Kime's just like, you're the one who started it. So buttons. Do we break the tie or or rather do we cause a tie or do we break it?
Kind of like the top one.
All right.
Well, there we go. We go with that one.
You do know she's married to one now.
Nice.
Oh, we improved the relationship. Nice.
I hope she doesn't end up poisoning him with her cooking.
Pot calling the kettle black?
Wow.
She can't be better than me.
I don't think you set
Actually, she is
the bar
now.
too high.
They're planning to start a restaurant sometime in the future.
Oh,
Oh, dang.
I was bedridden for days after eating some of the stuff she whipped up. And now you're letting her cook for other people?
Hey,
Don't
there ain't no
exaggerate.
letting in
It was
this.
just for one day, and you're the one who refused to leave your apartment. You should come by, though. Sis gave birth a few days ago. Girl. I've only seen the pictures, but I might visit sometime after everything's settled down. Too many backlogs to go through for now.
No way in hell. She'll just find something to criticize again. Last time, it was Shirley.
A man in love with his car. How sad.
He makes a show of being utterly mortified, so I'm quite sure he doesn't mean any of that. He might not say it straight out, but I'm pretty sure he's enjoying the small visits whenever he can. Something about it reminds him of his own family, sort of like making up for the one he never got back after his parents separated. Sore spot, that one topic. One thing he never ever brings up in any conversation, if he can help it, and I've never seen the need to be nosy. There are some wounds you're just not meant to open, and for the both of us, the sentiment goes the same way.
As if you ain't already on a shit list. You're just afraid of her.
In your dreams. But I'll think about it. Can't just drop this thing at the moment.
His change in tone is subtle, but his aggravation over the matter hangs completely palpable in the air.
Still no closer?
The opposite, actually. There's been some slip-ups here and there. Careless mistakes, and let's just say I'm waiting for him to make another one. What about you? How are things on your end?
All piled up on top of the other. But I can manage. Still recovering from the expenses for the movie, so the surge in new projects helps. Well, there's this one thing.
The expression on his face grows more puzzled with each photo I spread on the table. There's about 8 of them, all of it reprints of the same thing. Miss Wright, the stored head on the photos. He takes a minute to go through each, eyeing the prints warily. The furrow on his brow doesn't ease even as he gathers all of it into one pile and sets them in a one neat stack in front of me with a heavy sigh.
Hana Wright?
Oh, yeah. How did you...
The locket. She never takes it off. Evan's family heirloom.
I told you that thing was going to be important.
I won't even think about asking why or how he knows that. If he's investigating them, he'll likely have already dug up every unimaginable dirt on them, including family history.
Are you done with your work with them?
Yesterday, yeah. It's just a small feature for a magazine. Interviews, photos, standard stuff, nothing big. But see, here's the thing. I don't know how else to put this out there without sounding crazy, but there really is something odd with that place. Remember the letter?
He drags in a breath, reaches up his nose and pinches it. Like the action alone will help grant him all the patience in the world to continue this conversation. Ash, don't be an asshole.
For real.
Please
All the
tell me
patience
this
in the
isn't about
word.
that again.
No, Ash, you've got to listen this time.
I am listening, and I can't believe that just came out of your mouth. These are some blurred out photos, and that letter is just a stupid prank. I expected this from Isabella, not you. You're the photographer here. I don't see any need to get worked up over this.
I know what you mean, but will you hear me out first?
Ash leans back on his seat and doesn't say anything further. He gestured for me to continue with a wave of his hand, impatience clearly on his face. Any other person telling him this and he'll walk out without batting an eye. I suppose the only reason he's giving me the benefit of the doubt is because we know each other.
Ash, I don't easily buy into these things as much as you do. Yesterday, though, behind Hana.
He blinks at that, his eyebrows lifting momentarily before settling into a deep frown.
Hana? Since when were you on a first-name basis with the right missus?
Why does that even matter?
I thought you said this was just a gig.
Oh my god, is Ash jealous?
His
No,
voice
he's
is
my bestie. You can't have him, Hannah. He's my bestie.
too late. His voice stays level, but the accusation in it is as clear as day. It hits a nerve in me somehow, more than that tone usually does. I do get where he's coming from, but that's not the point here.
Oh boy. Another hard choice.
This is a really difficult choice.
Because both of them come off as, you know, him just being defensive.
Mhm.
But I think
But I mean, that's really not the point here.
it's truly not the
Yeah.
point, but I think that the reaffirmation that it's just a gig would give Ashton the comfort in knowing that it's not him getting involved with the rights bullshit, if that's truly what he's investigating.
But that would be lying.
I never said that we wouldn't be lying.
Wait, how is that a lie? Because it really is just a gig. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, but he is on friendly terms with Hannah, and that's the thing that Ashton doesn't seem to like.
That's the point.
Ashton doesn't like a lot of things. I'm just gonna put that out there.
it's
True.
accurate.
Mm,
Mm. What do you say, Coco?
that's not the point here.
So it really just sounds like, I think, because Button said that's not the point here, right?
I
Or
said it's
no?
really just a gig.
Oh.
Okay.
And what about you,
Okay, so-
Kime?
That's not the point.
And so it's up to you. Wait, well,
Damn it. Damn it.
Because I mean, that's really not the point here.
I mean, it really isn't, but Buttons does have a good point that saying it's really just a gig would probably reaffirm a bit of comfort in Ash. Possibly
But
make
please
him a little
remember
bit
that
more
my
believing.
decisions are always wrong.
But
Fair.
why do you need why the need to comfort him? Like,
Mostly just to make him a little bit more susceptible to believing Zach instead of just writing it off as you're tired, you made a mistake, it's fine, stop freaking out about this. as
I
he's been so far.
I don't see how any going will make a difference on that.
All
Because I
right.
mean, he already said it,
Shall we
or
flip
like
then?
implied it.
Oh,
You know what? That's not the point here.
Okay. Oh, it went down.
Oh, damn!
Oh, it
that
was
took
right
it
for once.
all the way down. That took it all the way down.
Oh
Yeah, it
wow,
did.
that was
Yeah,
a
because it was
significant-
that murdered
Yeah,
it.
he was completely like with Isabella tied, and now it's back to where we started. Shit.
No
Well,
saves coming.
Nope,
No
no
saves
saves
coming.
coming.
But
And you know
also
what,
like the
Al?
other,
That's the end of this episode.
I was
hope
just
we
gonna
don't
say
get Zach
like
killed.
like I feel probably the other one will have also like gotten it down with Hannah.
Maybe.
Eh,
That's possible. Now it's playing
But-
some very intense music.
but that's the end of this episode, ain't it?
Yep, see you guys next time.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Welcome back, everyone. Koku here with Advo from Evil Guacamole Gaming, and we're continuing Cupid. There is nothing wrong with you.
But it makes me really insecure. This lack of, the fuck having. What if he's getting it somewhere else? Now this makes a lot more sense of her
Why
trust
she's so
issues.
if she's
'Cause-
dealing with this, if she feels obligated that she must give him something, she can't understand that if there's something, it's perfectly fine to not really have much of a sex drive.
And like sexual compatibility is a legitimate concern. And sometimes that can be enough that a relationship isn't going to work. Sometimes you can work around it, depending on the nature of the relationship, etc. I mean, certainly it's a situation that's easier for people that are like poly and whatnot. But even without, I mean, you can want to be with someone that it's important enough that it's okay that you just never have sex, especially if there's at least allowed, personal outlets